Be a hero or shero in someone's life by supporting my Gloves On campaign, advocating for those battling life-threatening chronic illnesses and diseases and disabilities. You can support by making a donation, signing my petition, and or sharing my Gloves On campaign with as many people as possible. Just go to www.zheenllc.com to get more details. Thank you so very much for caring. Hey, get your live stream ad slots on a platform with celebrity followers, invigorated speakers, business gurus, and more. Go to www.zheenllc.com/services to learn more. Thank you so very much for your support, and don't hesitate, get your slots today. Hey, greetings and blessings, everyone. This is yours truly, Empress Chassie Warmington, aka All That Chas, aka Lupus Slayer. Guys, I really was trying not to even put this idiot, mention him like that on my platform, especially do a video or a show. But the fact that this narcissistic, self righteous bigot had the audacity to use his platform as an opportunity to try to market himself and make himself the victim and also praise himself for something that he have not even done, really, is just beyond narcissistic, okay? And we as women have to stop allowing these narcissistic men to take control over us, sway us, and use their charm and their looks and their pizzazz and their wits, their cunningness to manipulate and deceive us, especially when our eyes are wide open. And I'm grateful that my eyes are now wide open, that I don't fall for that stuff anymore. When I was younger and I was dumb and I was ignorant as hell, yeah, I used to fall for that kind of crazy stuff. But being older, I don't fall for it. Like, me have to really watch, like, me gonna watch a person, not just watch their actions, but a lot also not what they don't do, what they don't say, how they don't respond to things tells a whole lot about a person as much as what they say and what they do. So, the person that I'm referring to is none other than Derrick Jaxn. We all have seen the videos, and this man just continues to lie, 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 and lie. And I'm just like, why are you creating videos to continue to lie when just not even, yeah, about 7 to 8 days ago, women have come forward with concrete proof proving that you are lying, especially with the book that he's supposedly have written, that this is the same book that he's promoting. And that's the thing about it. It's like he's promoting a book that he wrote prior to these women coming out about the infidelities in him cheating on his wife, and they didn't know, but and they did not know that he was married because he never disclosed it, and he just recently started posting pictures or even videos of his wife since he's been caught cheating. So with this stated, I really have to get on to the women. I'm going to get on you women first, and then I'm going to get to this narcissistic bamboo or jackass, okay? Women, stop being so damn vulnerable and so freaking weak. I can't stand that. That's just like, now I can understand if you didn't have examples, so you didn't know any better. But a lot of women know better, but chooses not to do better because you are in competition. You're competing against women that's not even paying you any attention, don't even know you freaking exist. And even if they did, they still wouldn't be trying to compete with you. Look, I know there's a lot of, it seems like there's minimum men out there in comparison to us as women, but do you degrade yourself and allow yourself to be manipulated, to be used, misused, to be abused, to be trampled over, and be treated any kind of way just for the sake of saying that you have a man. Like, really, think about this, okay? So I had to say that because this guy right here, he is really making men, especially melanin men, look really, really bad on so many levels. Because as we all know, that this guy has a reputation, and most of his commentaries and videos have always been to degrade other men and tell women, not to be with guys who is doing the exact thing that he's doing and worse. He's doing worse. That's the thing. He's doing worse. And the thing about it is, even after he got caught cheating, he actually had the audacity to try to contact a couple of the women that he was cheating on his wife with, and they found out about it. And one in particular that he really, really, truthfully wanted, like he really want this one. It's to the point where I feel for I still to date kind of have a little, I don't want to say fear, but I have a strong concern for her. Excuse me. And the reason why is because he have been so aggressively pursuing her, even after he's gotten caught, and trying to explain lies on top of lies. Like, dude, you are busted. There's nothing you can say to fix it. There's nothing. And so, you know, I feel I have a strong concern for her because he's really desperate. And then he did a video, and I'm going to tell you guys about this sickening video that he did. Glorify himself. That he's literally praising and glorifying himself. His wife and all these other women that he sit up here and he don't toy with their emotions and their heart and feelings, and how greatly betrayed and treated like scum on the side of the street. He's up here glorifying himself and trying to promote himself. Like, this dude is so self-absorbed and so selfish, such a narcissistic. I let me tell you, I used to follow him, and I used to actually listen to a lot of his videos. But one day, I don't know what it was. It was like one day I just, I don't know. Sometimes I'm a listener. I do listen. Really, I try to listen as carefully as possible. But there was what I noticed with him, he had a pattern of always saying the right things all the time, where it's almost to the point where you can't even dispute what he's saying. That's one of his gifts is he's an eloquent speaker. He's very eloquent with his speaking. He's a radical speaker, not a wild emotional radical speaker, but he has a way of work with his words, okay? He knows how to put words together to manipulate and deceive. And he knows how to make it's kind of like how court leaders, you think about these Jim Jones and all these other court leaders, uh, um, Ted Masson, what's the other one? Dang, what's that other crazy guy? Oh my gosh, I can't think of his name. It's right on tip of my tongue. But you think about these people, right? And it's just they have a way of what they're saying. They know how to prey on people because that's something that they learn that they could do. They have the power of persuasion. But some use it for good. Most people use it for bad. And it's sad to say that most people who have the gift of persuasion use it for negative and derogative reasons. So this dude, he's, using his gifts in a derogative way, um, and deceiving these women. So what ended up happening is, even after this man is caught red-handed, like there's nothing else that you can say because it's not like it's hearsay. It's not just text messages. It's not just email. These are videos, photos that are so concretely proven, timestamps on them and everything, date timestamps. So the same in the same breath that he's sitting up here talking about him and his wife have crossed that, they discussed it, they talked about it, and they moved past that. How can they move past something that he is still continuously doing? And the reason he's continuously doing this is because women are allowing him to. And this is why I'm mad at women, because we as women, we deal with so much as it is in society. And I did a post, I did a couple of posts yesterday because it wasn't even about him, but it was even just thinking about like all the times that I got suckered and that I got used and abused and lied to and manipulated and tricked and deceived by guys, not meaning me any good in just saying the things that I wanted to hear or the things that they felt like I wanted to hear, the things that they knew would gravitate to me and grab on and pull on my heartstrings. They were saying these things. Um, and I'm going to be honest, like I used to be really gullible and really naive. And I was an attention whore for affection. Not I not for jewelry, not for fame, not for riches. I didn't even care if he was broke because I always worked to have my own money. But it was just having that affection. I used to be an attention whore for affection from men or from somebody that I felt really loved me or that exemplified love or showed love what perceived and looked and felt like love, to find out it was none of that. Had absolutely nothing at all to do with love. None. So I understand, we can get caught up in with as women, and it's really hard on us as women. So yeah, having that seemingly ideal guy there or somebody there to rub our backs or that we can caress and we can get certain feelings and have certain interactions with, it can blindside us a lot. But we also have to remember to stay guarded at all times. Look, I don't care if you've been married to somebody with someone for 10 years, you still stay guarded to a degree, because oftentimes we have seen where people have been in long-term relationships and long-term marriages just for the guy to be like, oh, I'm no longer in love with her. I don't feel that in love with her. I'm no longer attracted to her. And a lot of times these guys are not good looking guys. But one thing about women, a guy, unlike most men that I know and I have met and been around, they are very selective when it comes to women, like extremely selective, way more so than women are when it comes to being selective with men. Women are not as selective as men are when it comes to selecting a mate. Women will tolerate way more than most men would tolerate. Women will compromise a lot more than many men would are willing to compromise and bend. And that's just true. And I say that also because I have experienced seeing that when I worked in family children court. Um, Worked with the Atlanta Police Department in Zone 3. Worked in juvenile court. Worked um, doing volunteer work with around children and recreation centers. So I've seen things and I saw that it was a pattern and it didn't matter what state. See, it's not like, see, a lot of people always try to narrow it down to one state. Oh, well, that's just the way Atlanta men are, or that's the way. No, I have lived in several different states and I visited several different countries, and it's the same. It's just the same. And I hate to say that, but it is. It's just the same. And the pattern is because women allow men to have their way with them, because they want to show this man and prove to this man that they really truthfully, as they say, ride or die, love you to the end. That's all good and fine. But is he willing to be that loyal and faithful to you? And a lot of times, unfortunately, it doesn't happen that way. If so, you wouldn't have all of these baby daddies around here, all of these divorced men around here, all of these men procreating and not ever marrying these women, you know, um, and not just marrying them, but I mean, like, really truthfully love them and have this family, give the children the opportunity to have a true family dynamic. So now you have this person who has had a hell of a platform, and his platform, like many people's platforms, have been as a result of catering to who? Us women. And we fall for it all the time. We'll support a man more so than a woman when it comes to relationships. I know so many women that has platforms, including my own, that won't get the same type of support from other women that they give to men who talks about that. And the thing about it be, even with on platforms where men are degrading women, literally talking about women, embarrassing women, trying to embarrass women, putting women down, generalizing women in derogative manners and stuff, and you will still have more women that would support that platform, that man's platform, and even make donations. And send my I seen it, especially on Facebook, because on Facebook, when they're doing the live stream, they can, they could donate and stuff. I forgot what it's called, super something, super chat. They can donate for super chat. And I see where it's a lot of women. And the reason I go to these platforms, because my thing is, if for me to know this, I have to see it. So I don't ever want it to be like, oh, somebody told me, or I heard it through a third party, second party. No, this is stuff that I see with my own two eyes. So with that stated, it's just really disheartening to see so many women just giving in to these guys like this. And I'm just like, and they're laughing, they're high fiving the guy pretty much, they co signing on what he's saying. Oh, it's the truth. It's the truth, when it's not the truth. What it is that they have a way of manipulating their words. So when they say things, it sounds like it's the truth. It seems like it's the truth. It sounds good. It seems good on the surface. But when you really sit back and you analyze what the person has said and how they have talked about women and how they have degraded women, you're going to be like, wait a minute, hold the hell up. Did he just say this? Okay, so I'm paying this man to put women down, to beat women down, to tear women down. Yes, you are. You're contributing to it. That's why I put it to you this way. You think about a lot of churches, you see way more women in churches than men, because women are very gullible. And I hate to say it, a lot of women are very gullible. We love to show support. We always want to show homage and show, you know, um, attitude or appreciation. But to what? What are we showing gratitude and appreciation to? Someone putting us down? Someone, you know, to guys, even with the music, you have a lot of women that will support men who who just by every single song they sing is degrading women and putting women down and talking about women like dogs and saying things like, women are only good for sex, or, they'll hit it and quit it, or, they just want her for her body. And, they say things like this, and women busy supporting it. streaming the hell out of these songs, downloading these songs, buying these songs, supporting them. So it's really something wrong with the psychology of some women that makes some women cater to be drawn and driven and attracted to that kind of behavior by men, and seeing it and deeming it as acceptable when it should not be deemed or seen as uh, acceptable at all. But for some reason, a lot of it seems like more and more women are just surrendering to that kind of behavior instead of standing up to that type of disrespect and behavior and saying, wait a minute, you don't get to talk about us like this, and then we lay up with you and we do this for you, and we have your children, and no, you don't get to treat us like this and get privileges and get rewarded. No, it's not going to happen that way. But until women collectively do that, these men who are predators that prey on women for their success and build a whole platform, a majority of their platform, or gain most of their success and wealth and riches or whatever from women and by support of women, they're going to continue on to do it. Why should they stop? Like, seriously, why should they stop when you're not giving them any reason to stop? If they know they're going to still get supported either way, why should they not just go ahead and just be disrespectful, act as, give us they ass to kiss, and just continue on taking our money? Why not? Right? So we got to do better as women. And I'm going to see if I can play this video for you guys, because the thing is, um, for some reason this stream, it doesn't allow me to upload the full video, and I don't understand that, but it wouldn't allow me to upload the full video. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can play it from my device, and I'm going to show you what this sickening bastard said. And I'm not saying call him a bastard as far as being fatherless or whatever, but I'm saying it as far as him being a jerk, being a jackass, just being, all kinds of evil and wicked. And the fact, I'm just going to show you guys what he said. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and play a commercial, and I'll be right back. So just hang in here.
What's up, everyone? This is yours truly, Empress Chassie Wormington, aka All That Chaz, aka Lupus Slayer. Join me every Tuesday and every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my Let's Talk People talk show. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you guys there.
Okay, guys. So I'm back. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Okay. All right. So I'm back. But yeah, this dude, I mean, like the audacity that he has taking a situation like that. This man is so self-absorbed and so selfish. He's so self-centered that he's not even caring how he's humiliating and embarrassing his wife, and how he has greatly disrespected his wife and his vows to her. This man is only worrying about money. Okay, if that's the only reason he got this particular woman and married her, because you got to understand one thing about a predator. A predator is going to try to make things look good, so especially an enticer. A predator that is an enticer, they're going to try to make something look good that it's not good. That's what they're going to do. And thanks to everybody who's watching. Um, but I'm going to go ahead and show this video, guys. And I'm just like so sick of that. This is just beyond sickening. So I hope you all can see this video. And I'm going to turn it up so you guys can actually hear what this idiot is saying, this fool. This man is just, he's really sick. Something's really wrong with him. Okay, so let me do this. Let me stop it, and I'm going to go all the way back. And I'm going to put this up because I want you guys to really see this idiot. and I hope you guys can hear him. But like I said, I was trying to load it up, trying to get a good angle. Like, what the hell? Am I not? Okay, let me do it like this. This way. This way, right? Okay, here we go. So let me see if I can press play. What? Play? Okay, so let me press play. Okay, here we go.
Nothing really stuck out to me about him, but more so about the wife. Like I heard her say that she stands with her husband, she's proud to love him. I heard her say that this is some time ago. They've already processed this, overcame this, dealt with this a long time ago, and nothing's really new to her. But just by her body language, I was really wondering, like, did he force her to do this video? Like she looked super uncomfortable, like she doesn't want to be there. But then I watched their live chat that they did right afterwards, and
I
I kind of
cannot
caught that
get
this
this
is just a
right. I'm
part of her
sorry,
personality.
guys.
So that kind of explains somewhat of her demeanor. She clearly has a mind of her own. If you saw the live chat too, and she said that the live chat even was her idea. So with that, cool. She wants to stand by her husband. She feels like he's worth it. She has that right. Now, as far as what he said, I understand and I completely applaud him taking accountability because too many times we see dudes and they got this sob story about how they were raised.
Okay, did you guys just hear him? What he's talking about is his own video of him sitting on the couch with his wife, confessing to his infidelities. But if you notice, he's trying to make it seem like it's infidelities that he committed in the past that he told her about and told her about all allegedly all of these infidelities that he's had. And he's actually commentating his own video. That's what he's actually commentating. This is what he's talking about. He's talking about himself. And he said how he applauds, he's giving himself accolades for confessing to cheating. Dude, no. The only reason you confess is because you was ratted out. As long as those mistresses were not saying anything, you were not trying to confess and admit to anything. So why are you giving yourself any kind of accolades and pat on the back? Giving yourself some kind of credit. You are just the most self-centered, self-righteous SOB in the world. And when I say SOB, I'm not referring to his mom as a B. That's just a figurative word that I'm using, but I'm not referring to his mom as a SOB as a B. So let's get that straight. I'm just really heated that this guy sitting up here giving himself credit and praise for hurting his wife and lying to these women and acting like he just voluntarily came out and admitted to the cheating and infidelities. He had no choice because the women that he was cheating on his wife with came with receipts, okay, concrete receipts. So he couldn't even refute them if he wanted to. There was no way for him to even deny. So it's not like he just decided, okay, let me start cheating on my wife. Let me go ahead and just confess to her, let her know that I've been cheating on her, haven't been loyal. No, these women came out when they found out that he was married because they didn't even know he was married. When they found out that this man was married, that's when the truth came out. And other women started coming out. It came to find out it's been, I think it's five so far, four or five so far. Since it didn't even, don't you know, after the video of him so calling himself confessing about his infidelities, he actually was trying to contact two of them after that video. As a matter of fact, the same day that he did this video with his wife, he tried to do it. Look, you guys watch Unwind with Tisha K, okay? Unwind with Tasha K. She got so much detailed videos, it don't make no sense. There's no way this man, what it is, he trying to talk his way out of it because he don't want to lose that deal with TD Jakes. He know TD Jakes don't play that infidelity crap, and that's a bad look for him and his reputation. So he's doing everything possible to try to make himself look good by, and then he actually praising himself. Y'all see how narcissistic this is? This dude is. How sociopathic he is. I knew something was wrong with him. I couldn't put my finger on it. I was like, something is about this dude. I'm like, some. That's why cause I had to stop watching him and listening to him because he was annoying. And then it started like I was just seeing something about him that just wasn't right. I was like, something is not right with this dude. I'm like, he hiding something. I told my mom that I was like, he hiding something. Something isn't right about this dude. So I stopped following him several years ago. As a matter of fact, shortly after I learned about him, I stopped following him. I think I probably watched maybe like after like 5 or 6 videos of his. I just something just started. I don't know. It's like a light came on, and I guess because I've been through so much BS with men, and I don't heard all the bull, and I know that a lot of guys can be the most charming, and that come out to be the most charming and the most nice and most sensitive and understanding and compassionate ones be the main ones that be out there doing all kind of reckless stuff. It was just something about his eyes, and even because let me see if I close this blind up because I noticed that this blind is reflecting back. But it is something about even just the look in his eyes. It was just something about this dude. I couldn't put my finger on it. Now I know what it is. He ain't right. His spirit just isn't right. And he actually had the audacity to put himself on a pedestal. Sounds like he give himself credit because I give him this dude credit for confessing because most guys don't confess. They try to blame it on their childhood and them not having a father in the home. Like he's really actually praising himself for cheating on his wife. Y'all excuse my nail. I'm letting my nail heal, my actual fingernail heal. Women, when your nail come off, if it breaks off, give your fingernail time to heal before you try to get it fixed or you fix it yourself, so you won't get no fungi, and then your whole nail come off, and then what you gonna do then? But anyway, yeah, so he's giving himself accolades and praises like it was something that he came up with, and he talked about his wife. It was her idea to do the video, and I said she is psychologically and emotionally and physically abused by this guy, and it's proof of it. That's another thing too. There's proof that he's been abusing his wife. So like everything he even said on here, he still continuously lied. But you know what? Guess what he did? He done pulled this video down. He's pulled this video down. His narcissism.
Broke at home and the goldfish died and he never seen a marriage. No, he didn't do that. He just took accountability. Regardless, whether you like him, love him, or hate him, I think this is a great example as to why we don't need to be putting anybody on the pedestal. Nobody. And I think a lot of women did that. And I'm not even going to say it's the women's fault by themselves because this dude, he never really showed his struggle. You know, we understand, oh, we all feel it.
Women, I hope you guys heard that real clear. I hope you guys heard that so clearly. The arrogance. This dude is not taking no accountability. He's, y'all got to understand, he has built his platform off of manipulating women, off, off of saying things that he thinks women likes to hear. I want you guys to hear what he just said. Let me back it up for you women who really didn't understand what this idiot just said. Okay, let's
check. Goldfish died and he never seen a marriage. No, he didn't do that. He just took accountability. Regardless, whether you like him, love him, or hate him, I think this is a great example as to why we don't need to be putting anybody on the pedestal. Nobody. And I think a lot of women did that. And I'm not even going to say it's women's fault.
He's saying, he clearly stated that women, the people that build his platform for him by supporting him, are the women that you all are responsible for him committing such atrocities against his wife and other women. He's blaming women. He's blaming the women that supports him for his infidelity, for everyone looking at him the way they're looking at him now because of what he did. Do you guys see this sarcastic, this narcissistic sociopath? He is a number 45 dipped in chocolate, dark chocolate. You hear me? He's not taking accountability for anything. Did you all women? I have to keep emphasizing this. Did you hear him? Blame y'all asses who supported him and that are still continuing to support him. He's blaming y'all. He clearly just stated it. It is y'all fault. He said that you all, he said women. He didn't even just say the women that support. He generalized. He said women are the reason are putting him on a pedestal. And that women shouldn't put him on a pedestal. And should have never given him, in other words, he said giving him the platform that he has to manipulate and deceive women and cheat on his wife. That's what he's saying in a nutshell, without exactly saying those words. You can read between the lines. He blaming y'all. The same women that been supporting him, buying his books, going to see him live and all of this stuff. He blaming you all for his infidelity and for him, and he's blaming you all for his public humiliation and shame and his wife's public humiliation. He's blaming y'all for this. I'm going to play it again because I don't think you guys really heard this. This dude is arrogant and narcissistic as hell. He is beyond arrogant. And then the way he's looking, this guy has absolutely no heart. He is so 100% self absorbed. It's all about him. Derrick Jaxn doesn't care about nobody but Derrick Jaxn.
Whether you like him, love him, or hate him, I think this is a great example as to why we don't need to be putting anybody on the pedestal. Nobody. And I think a lot of women did that. And I'm not even going to say it's the women's fault by themselves because this dude, he never really showed his struggle. You know, we understand.
Y'all heard that? It's not just the women's fault by themselves. I don't know what else y'all need to damn hear. Because this dude flat out told you that you all are the reason that his calamity, for his calamity, that y'all are the reason. He flat out said it. And then he gonna try to insert himself. Oh, and he never said. Guys, he's doing a commentary on himself, his video of him and his wife sitting on the couch. He had the whole video pulled up on Facebook, but he removed it. Or either he got it hidden and where you know unlisted it where you can't see it. But he did this video yesterday, sometime last night. And he is literally having the audacity to blame women for his calamities and for him he's blaming women for the response and the reaction that people are having to him getting caught cheating on his wife, getting caught having these multiple relationships with these different women. He's blaming women for it. That is exactly what he said. Did you guys hear that? Do I need to play? I'm playing it again because I don't think you guys heard me. I know you guys y'all getting annoyed, but I don't care. I want y'all to hear it.
Anybody on the pedestal. Nobody. And I think a lot of women did that. And I'm not even going to say it's the women's fault by themselves because this dude, he never really showed his struggle. You know, we understand, oh, we're all humans and we all make mistakes, but he never showed those mistakes, not for real. I think he wrote about it or something like that. But he never showed that side, so it's not really all on the women. But I've seen a lot of women put this dude on the pedestal to the point of idealizing him and even comparing their man to who will see this type of video, even though he's come forward and he's been completely honest. Some people are just going to close the book on him. Some people are going to close the book on this dude.
This he is sick. He is so sick, and he's psychotic. See, people like that, they will kill you when they feel like they trapped and they don't have nothing to lose. These are the type of men that will kill you. Not even men, but if you have women that are like that too, got that kind of mindset, they will kill you. He literally blamed women. And he said that y'all put him on the pedestal and that you all compared y'all man to him. But did he say that he's a relationship expert? That's something that he does is to help people with relationships and stuff. So when that happens, people would do that. A lot of it, in other words, like he's saying, y'all were being stupid and foolish for trusting him, for supporting him, for being fans. He said some even praised him. You heard him? Let me play that part back because I don't think y'all heard that part. Not just put him on the pedestal, but I no, he said idolize. He said some of you women idolized him.
Yes. Nobody. And I think a lot of women did that. And I'm not even going to say it's the women's fault by themselves because this dude, he never really showed his struggle. We understand, oh, we're all humans and we all make mistakes, but he never showed those mistakes, not for real. I think he wrote about it or something like that. But he never showed that side, so it's not really all on the women. But I've seen a lot of women put this dude on the pedestal to the point of idealizing him and even comparing their man to will see this type of video, even though he's come forward and he's been completely honest. Some people are just going to close the book on it. Some people are going to close the book on this dude and say, you know what? I'm done with you. Cancel culture, come here. I'm more so on the side of his wife and just basically letting this be a new chapter of how I see him. Because I do believe that his content over the years has helped a tremendous amount of people. He tells the truth. He speaks facts. And quite honestly, to be real with y'all, I've needed several new chapters in my own life. Lord knows. I'm not ashamed.
I don't know what else y'all women need to hear. For all the women that are supporting this moron right here, this bigot, I don't know what else y'all need to hear. He is blaming you all for his calamities. He's blaming you all for the reaction that he's receiving and the backlash that he's receiving for being a cheater, a serial cheater at that. He didn't just cheat one or twice, he has cheated several times, multiple times, even after the video. Because one of the women, even after the video, they had sex. She got proof of it. So if this guy is telling you all that that you all are responsible for his fall and responsible for the way people are reacting towards him, and you guys still support him, y'all are fools. I hate to say it, but y'all are absolute stupid fools to keep supporting this man. And then I want you guys to hear about he completely agreed with the wife. In other words, talking about his own wife as if he's not talking about himself and his wife, right? He's doing a commentary. He's acting like he's doing a commentary on somebody else's marriage video when it's his own marriage video. And he's saying that he completely agrees with the wife. Of course he is, because he knows there's no prenup signed. And she would take everything because she got too much proof. And the women said that they already said it, that they would give her they would give her the evidence to use against him in court if she's willing to get a divorce. If she wants to divorce him, they said they would give her the evidence so that she can win her case and take him for everything. This man is a sociopath. I'm not going to even play the part where he's trying to promote his book because he's so wicked and evil that even in that, that's why he was talking about the Sabbath. He's referring to he's trying to promote his book even in the midst of this. And you guys notice he has no remorse at all. He has 100% no remorse. He's sitting up there just casual and self-absorbed and self-centered. No remorse, no compassion at all. It's all about him. And the only thing he's thinking about is him. That's all he have ever thought about is himself. He haven't thought about he haven't thought about his wife, how his infidelities and especially with him having such a public platform, how it's affecting her. Excuse me. He thinking because she got on video that she's somehow over everything and she's not over. This lady is not okay. I don't care how strong she's looking. I don't care how she posting all these scriptures and she's done what three different videos already, two or three different videos already. This lady is ripped apart. Okay, she's in emotional and psychological and spiritual turmoil right now. She don't know if she's coming or going. She don't know which direction to go. She don't know if she should support, stay there, or if she should go because it's just too many women. And he's been lying and he's been flying these women to different states with him. He's been just doing a lot of stuff with these different women, you know. And this is even after she had forgiven him for the infidelities that she thought that he thought was the only infidelities. And I will say this, I know that she want her marriage to work. What woman do not in her right mind do not want her marriage to work? But you can't have your marriage work with somebody who's not willing to do the work and be faithful to you. If the person that you are with is not willing to be faithful and loyal to you, you can't make it work. It's not going to work. It takes two people to make a relationship and marriage work. Two, not one, two. And if the other person is not willing, as much as it hurt, as disappointing as it is, especially when you have see they have two children together. So with the children, it makes it harder for her to let go because she dreamed of having this family. She got the family, but it doesn't mean that you had it with the right person. I hear she uses scripture, what God put together, let no man put asunder. Well, God didn't put that together, honey, because that's a mess. Because see, people like to quote scriptures, but they don't like to quote the one that also reads. And I know because my mom is a minister, honey. My mom been ministering since I can't even remember, since I was a little girl. It also says that the blessings of the Lord maketh rich and addeth no sorrow. So let's go there too, okay? Um, we just need to live. You know what? I'm not being Christian, but because that's her spirituality. I'm not worrying about his. I don't care. But hers, she's even though she's a willful victim, nevertheless she's still a victim because I understand the psychological effect of being mentally abused and emotionally abused so much that you don't even know your true self worth or self identity, especially when you are religious and I don't want to say this to bash. I'm not trying to bash anybody's religion, but sometimes, a lot of times, there's things that there's moves that you have to make and decisions that you have to make um to get the change and see the change that you want in your life. And when it involves a second person when it involves someone else, you can't just write that in stone because people are unpredictable. You never know what a person is going to do. They can say they love you, but then in the same breath turn around and say they hate you at the same time. They can have passionate sex with you, and that same night or later on that day or the next day, they'll turn around and try to kill you. Human beings are unpredictable. Okay, so with the narcissism of this guy, that has been clearly displayed, and he has clearly blamed women for his calamities. He's blaming women who have supported him for he said it's their role, in their role. No, no, none of them have any role in you committing adultery. All of that is 100% you, Derrick Jaxn. How dare you try to tear us as women down and blame any woman who was naive enough to support your stupid ass? How dare you blame them for the poor choices and decisions and selfish decisions that you chose? You chose to go out there and commit adultery with all these multiple women. These women that you're blaming that have supported you are not the reason why you're doing that. You're doing it because you want to. And the audacity that you have to blame women for your infidelities and your calamity because people are calling you out. You are a public figure, you idiot. Your stupid ass is a public figure. So guess what? Since you like to be seen all the time, because you're still trying to make it all about you, you're so selfish. You're such an arrogant, puffed up, selfish jackass. I hope you hear this. I hope you watch this video because you are a absolute bigot. There's nothing about you attractive at all. Nothing. Nothing at all. Your whole attitude and your whole mindset right now is absolutely foul. It's foul. It is just you're wicked. You are surely wicked. You are a definition of a wolf in sheep clothing. Wolves just look a lot better though. I dated a wolf before I did you. And I'm quite sure the feeling is mutual because I know I'm not your preference. I'm not no beauty queen in your eyes, and that's fine. But I'm a beauty queen in my own eyes and in my creator eyes, so I don't give a damn what you feel or think about me or anybody think or feel about me. I really don't. If I did, I would stop doing videos a long time ago. So there. But you put yourself in a position to be on a public platform. So you being exposed has been exposed publicly. Now you getting upset because the public has all these things to say and they're not putting you on a pedestal, and because they're not praising you and putting you on a pedestal, you have a problem with that because Derrick Jaxn likes to be seen and heard. He likes to be praised. He likes accolades. He likes to be put on a pedestal. He likes to be adored and and embraced and uplifted. That's what he likes. And when it doesn't happen, he blames other people for it. Well, guess what? You brought it on yourself. See, since you like to quote scriptures, to whom much is given, much is required, asshole. Yeah. How about that one? How about that scripture? You know, the audacity you have to blame women for your calamity and for the public view and opinion on you and about you. It has nothing to do with somebody putting you on pedestal. Because guess what? There's people who are not even famous and that's not popular like that. But if they get their video go viral, people will say the same thing about them. So it's not about the fact that you're this necessarily this public figure, but it's just the fact that because you are a public figure, it puts you on a broader platform. It's your actions that got you the criticism that you're receiving and the backlash that you don't like and and the um and 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 the constructive criticism that you don't like to hear because you don't want nobody to critique you, but you want to critique everybody else. And you think doing these videos are it's going to somehow dismiss what you've been doing and what you've been saying and how you've been treating your wife. Nah, it's not dismissing. It just making you look really desperate and more guilty because you are desperate and you are guilty. And doing all these videos that you keep doing and then you removing them, it's not helping you. Women, listen, it is a good feeling to feel love. It feels good. It took me a long time to get to a place where I had to learn to love myself first. I had to learn to fall in love with myself because if you don't fall in love with yourself, you will keep falling for people like him. You will fall for guys like that, you know? And even if it's not a guy, for men who meet narcissistic females like that, you will continue to fall into that pattern of falling for women like that if you're not in love with yourself. Learn to be completely in love and be whole with just you. Because if you're not whole with just you, when you get in a relationship and God forbid you meet somebody that has that kind of narcissistic mindset and attitude and behaviors, it will tear you apart. Like his wife is, this lady is so distraught. She's so feeble. She's so weak. That's why it's like I don't want people to go in on her, even though she knew what she was getting herself into. Because even before they got married, he was already having relationships with other women. He was already cheating and showing her that he's not going to keep his dick to himself. That he has a community penis. That he has a friendly neighborhood and otherhood penis. She knew it, but she still married him because she was marrying him with the hope and the expectation that, like a lot of women, feel like if they get married to a man and or if they have children by him, it's going to force him to grow up. It's going to make him behave. But none of that is going to make somebody behave and be kept who don't want to be kept. And I understand the feeling. Man, I'm telling you, I understand the feeling. But we can't keep putting ourselves in vulnerable positions as women. We can't keep putting ourselves in positions to be hurt and to be betrayed because we want to be loved and we love the feeling of love and we love being loved and we love to love and we love the idea of being married and being in love. We are in love with that. And that's all good and fine. But you have to have that connection and that union with the right person. If not, you're going to get another Derrick Jaxn. You're going to get somebody like him or worse. And it's not worth it. So, um, women, just love yourself. Please love yourself. Please love yourself. And please stop supporting these narcissistic fools. Stop giving them a platform. Stop giving them money. Stop promoting their platforms. Stop allowing them to use you to build a platform. If anything, won't you build up other women? The same support you show it to these men, won't you show it to women? There's a lot of women that's out here, giving uplifting commentary and advice and quotes and stuff. Won't you support them? you know, because as we keep seeing over and over again, majority of these men who do this, who always want to use women to build up their platform and to get success and riches, they don't really respect us. Most of them don't really respect us at all. From music artists to actors to bloggers, YouTubers, influencers, they really don't respect us. And we keep seeing this pattern over and over and over again. And I don't know what it's going to take for women as a whole to snap the hell out of it and realize that. Okay? I'm not saying not to support men. I'm saying don't support men like him. Because we're going to support men either way. We supported men. I mean, we live in a country that was seized by men. So, but anyway, I'm going to play this last commercial and I'll be back with my final, with my closing because I'm just like so disgusted at this idiot. Man, I tried my best to not say anything, but after that video he posted last night, giving himself accolades and praise and putting himself on a pedestal like that, he just, I snapped. Be right back, okay?
Greetings, beautiful people. I am celebrity events host, MC, advocate, brand ambassador, speaker, community activist, designer, and talk show host, Jaxn Warmington, aka All That Chaz, aka Living Slayer. Book me to host or speak at your next event. I provide full service press kits, business consultations, interviews, and more. I'm an advocate for those battling chronic illnesses and diseases causing disabilities.
All right, guys. So I'm concluding, and thanks to everyone who's watching and for everybody who support. Thanks to my supporters. I mean, my sponsors. Of course, my supporters, but also special thanks to my sponsors, Deeper Entertainment, to TBIG LLC, to Bling, to Feisty by Wisdom that provided me with my lip gloss and rouge that I'm wearing, to Team Accessories, the earrings and the bracelet that I'm wearing right now. Let me see, making sure Yardi organic products for the skin, the soaps and the organic soap and stuff that I use for my body and my getting scrubs and stuff that helps with the blemishes and everything because I get, you guys can't really see it, but I get these rash on my nose and on my cheeks because of the lupus that I battle, but you can't really see it because I put shea butter. I don't wear foundation, but I do put shea butter on my face. It's on my face all rosy and stuff. And stuff. So I look like Raggedy Ann doll with their little rose. But yeah, ladies, love yourself, okay? Love yourself, honey. We look, I'm telling you, if we collectively get on one accord and get more have more standards for ourselves collectively and just refuse to take mess off men with the, especially tolerating stuff that we know that they're not going to tolerate from us if the shoe was on the other foot. If we were the one, if we were the men and they were the women, if they, we know that they wouldn't tolerate that off of us, then we shouldn't be tolerating it off of them. And then even with them being the men, knowing that they will not tolerate the stuff off us that they are trying to impose upon us, we shouldn't, if we know that they're not going to accept that kind of behavior from us, why are you accepting that behavior from them? Don't do it. Fall in love with yourself, okay? And this goes for the men too. You out there with you know you're a real good man, and I mean like a really good, genuine man, and you got these ungrateful females coming at you, and or you in a relationship with an ungrateful female who wants to go out there cheat on you, talk to you any kind of way, put you down, yell at you in grocery stores. I've seen it, and I know that we've all seen that. Especially if you go to a Walmart, it's always some woman in there cursing out her man, being disrespectful to her man, embarrassing him in front of people, mocking him, making fun of him, and then even letting the children do it, tear this man down and humiliate him. Get your ass away from her, okay? Because she's on narcissistic too. As a matter of fact, you need to introduce her to Derrick Jaxn. They need to be together because they are like, and they'll drive each other crazy. And eventually, one of them will either choke their ears out and want each other. Somebody going to either be taken out in a body bag or other one, in handcuffs, so or on a stretcher or ambulance. But anyway, y'all take care of y'all. It's on a piece and thanks for watching. Out like a light.